Hi students, welcome to YouTube online class. Students, last class we discussed the distance time graph for uniform motion and non-uniform motion, and also we discussed the velocity time graph for uniform motion and non-uniform motion. Students, today we are going to discuss equations of motion. Here the equations of motion is used to calculate the velocity of an object, and also it is used to calculate the displacement of the object. Students, here these equations are derived by Newton. Okay, Newton studied the motion of an object and gave a set of three equations. These equations related with displacement, velocity, acceleration and time of an object under motion. Students, an object in motion with initial velocity u attain a final velocity v in a time t due to acceleration a and reaches a distance s. These equations can be written by this motion v is equal to u plus at. So this equation is used to calculate the final velocity of an object. The final velocity of an object v is equal to u means initial velocity, plus a acceleration of the object into t time. So the final velocity is equal to initial velocity plus product of the acceleration and the time. That is the first equation of motion. So next equation, it is used to calculate the displacement of the object, that is s is equal to ut plus of at square. Here s means that is a displacement of the object, u means that is a initial velocity, t means that is a time taken by the object, a means that is a acceleration of the object. So the displacement s is equal to ut plus of at square. Next, v square is equal to u square plus 2as. This is third equation of motion. Here v means that is a final velocity, so v square is equal to u square. U means that is a initial velocity plus 2, a means acceleration, s means displacement. So students, Newton delivered this equation to calculate the final velocity of an object and the displacement of the object. Okay students? Right. So let us try to derive this equation by graphical method. Here the figure shows the change in velocity with the time for an uniformly accelerated object. Okay, this figure shows that the change in velocity with the time for an uniformly accelerated object. Here the object start from the point D. The object start from the point D in the graph with the velocity u. The initial velocity is u. Its velocity keeps increasing, and after a time t, it reaches to the point B. It reaches the point B on the graph. From this concept, we can calculate the initial velocity of the object. The initial velocity of the object u, it is start from D, so the initial velocity u is equal to OD. Initial velocity u is equal to OD. It is also equal to EA. It is also equal to EA. Next, the final velocity. Final velocity means the object is reached to the point B. So the final velocity is noted by OC. The final velocity is noted by the letter V. V is equal to OC. It is also equal to EB. From the figure, we noted the final velocity v is equal to OC. It is also equal to EB. Next, we are going to calculate the time. The time means initially the time is 0. Here it is finally reached to the point E. Now we take the time is t. So we can write the time t is equal to OE. The time t is equal to OE. It is also equal to dA. From the figure, we can take t is equal to OE, OE is also equal to dA. So from the graph, we know that AB is equal to DC. So by using this graph, we are going to derive the equations of motion. Okay, so first equation of motion. Here, from the definition of acceleration, we are going to derive the first equation of motion. Students, already you know what is meant by acceleration. Acceleration means rate of change of velocity is called acceleration. Rate of change of velocity is called acceleration. So, in the definition we can write acceleration is equal to change in velocity divided by time. So, what is meant by change in velocity? Change in velocity means the object initially it has the velocity is u, finally it is reached to the velocity v. Okay, so the object having the velocity is changes from the initial position to final position. So what is in the change in velocity? Change in velocity means that is the difference between the final velocity and the initial velocity. So we can write final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time. So here final velocity means initially it has a velocity OD. Finally it has a velocity is that is OC. Okay, it is reached to the final velocity is C. So the final velocity is OC. So the final velocity OC minus initial velocity OD divided by time. Time means that is OE. So we can write that is divided by OE. So what is meant by OC minus OD? The OC minus OD mean it is equal to DC. Okay, it is equal to DC. So we can write the OC minus OD is equal to DC divided by OE. Okay, students? Right? So what is the meaning for OC minus OD? That is equal to DC. Okay, DC divided by OE. So we know the acceleration is noted by letter A. So A is equal to DC divided by OE means that is equal to T. So we can write that is A is equal to DC divided by T. According to this diagram, we can write what is the values of the DC. We know that the DC is equal to AB. So we can write DC is equal to AB. From this equation, we can write the values of the DC. DC is equal to A into T. DC is equal to A into T. So that is substitute in this equation means DC is equal to AB. It is also equal to AT. It is also equal to AT. So from the graph, we can write what is the meaning for EB. EB is also equal to final velocity. So EB is equal to EA plus AB. Here the EA is equal to OD. So we can write the EB means that is V. EB means that is equal to OC. OC means that is equal to V. So V is equal to EA. EA means the EA is equal to OD. OD is equal to U. So we can write that is equal to U plus AB. What is in the AB? AB is equal to AT. So we can write AT. So finally we get the equation V is equal to U plus AT. This is a first equation of motion. This is the first equation of motion. Next, we are going to derive second equation of motion. So from the graph, the distance covered by the object during the time t is given by the area of the quadrangle. Is given by the area of the quadrangle. That is the area covered by the quadrangle. So the area covered by the quadrangle, the area covered by the quadrangle, that is O D E B. Okay, that is DOEB. That is DOEB. Okay, students, right? So the S means the distance traveled by the object. That is the distance covered by the object is equal to area of the quadrangle DOEB. Okay, that is area of the quadrangle DOEB. Here this area of the quadrangle DOEB, it can be calculated by using the formula of area of the rectangle DOEA. The area of the rectangle DOEA plus area of the triangle DAB. Okay, students. So first we are going to calculate the area of the rectangle DOEA. The DOEA is also calculated by using length and breadth, that is AE into OE. It is give the values of the area of the rectangle DOEA. So AE into OE plus area of the triangle DAB, that is 1 divided by 2 breadth and height. Here it has a breadth, that is AB, the height of the triangle, that is DA. So 1 divided by 2 AB DA, it is gives area of the triangle DAB. So we can write S is equal to, what is the values of the AE? Already we know the AE means that is equal to initial velocity U. So U into OE. OE is equal to T. So S is equal to UT plus 1 divided by 2. What is the meaning for AB? Already you know AB means that is equal to AT from this equation. AB is equal to AT. Okay students, so AB is equal to AT, then DA. DA means the DA is equal to OE, it is also equal to E. So AT into T, that is AT square. So S is equal to UT plus half AT square. This is the second equation of motion. Students, next third equation of motion. We see that the distance covered by the object during time t is given by the area of the quadrangle DOEB. Here the DOEB is a trapezium. Then the distance traveled by the object S is equal to area of the trapezium DOEB. Okay, so the formula for calculate the area of the trapezium DOEB is equal to 1 divided by 2 into sum of the length of the parallel side into distance between the parallel side. So it is also equal to 1 divided by 2. First we are going to calculate sum of the length of the parallel side. The sum of the length of the parallel side means that is one side is OD, the another side is BE. Okay, so the sum of the parallel side means that is OD plus BE into next distance between the parallel side. The distance between the parallel side means that is equal to OE. Okay students, so the formula S is equal to 1 divided by 2 into OD plus BE into OE. So S is equal to 1 divided by 2. What is the values of the OD? Already you know OD is equal to U. U plus BE is equal to final velocity V. So U plus V into OE. What is the meaning for OE? OE is equal to T. So that is substitute in this equation means S is equal to 1 divided by 2 into U plus V into T. Since we know that the A is equal to V minus U divided by T. Already we know that the acceleration is equal to rate of change of velocity. So we can write A is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time. So A is equal to V minus U divided by T. From this we can write the formula for the T. T is equal to V minus U divided by A. From this equation we derived the T. T is equal to V minus U divided by A. Okay students, so this value substitute in this equation means S is equal to 1 divided by 2 V plus U into what is the values of the T? T means V minus U divided by A. It is substitute in this equation. We get these values. 2AS is equal to V square minus U square. Okay, here this 2, this A, it will become as multiply part in left hand side. So that is a 2AS. Remaining here V plus U into V minus U. So what is the values of A plus B into A minus B? That is A square minus B square. So this equation is modified to 2AS is equal to V square minus U square. In next step we can write the V square is equal to right hand side minus U square. It will become as positive in left side. So we can write V square is equal to plus U square plus 2AS. So V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. This is third equation of motion. Okay students. Hi students. Based on equation of motion, now I am going to teach one problem question answer to you. Students, the brakes applied to a car produce an acceleration of 6 meters second inverse square in the opposite direction to the motion. Okay, the brakes applied to a car produce an acceleration of 6 meters second inverse square in the opposite direction of motion. If the car takes 2 seconds to stop after the application of brakes, calculate the distance traveled during this time. So you need to calculate the distance traveled by the car in 2 seconds when the brake is applied and it is produced the acceleration of 6 meter second inverse square in the opposite direction of the motion of the car. So students, first you need to take the given values. Here the acceleration of the car is given. The acceleration is opposite to the direction of the motion. So we can write A is equal to minus 6 meter second inverse square. So the negative sign is indicate the acceleration of the car is opposite to the motion of the car. So we are taking A is equal to minus 6 meter second inverse square. Okay students, so here the opposite direction of the motion is given. So you can take the acceleration of the car is opposite to the motion of the car. So A is equal to minus 6 meter second inverse square. A is equal to minus 6 meter second inverse square. The time t is equal to 2 seconds. And the acceleration is one of the opposite to the motion of the car. So the car, it will come to the rest. After 2 seconds, it is come to the rest. So what is the velocity? The final velocity v is equal to 0. The final velocity v is equal to 0. So you need to understand, you need to take the given values like this. Okay students? Right. From the equation of motion, we know that the final velocity v is equal to u plus at. Okay, we know the final velocity. So by using the first equation, we are going to calculate the initial velocity. So we are taking the v is equal to u plus at. Okay students, why we need to calculate the values of the initial velocity means we need to calculate the distance traveled during this time. So what is the formula for calculate the distance? S is equal to ut plus half at square. You know the values of the a, you know the values of the t, but you don't know the values of the u. So for calculate the initial velocity, first we are taking the first equation of motion, that is v is equal to u plus at. Here the v means that is the car, it will come to the stop. So the final velocity is 0. So we can substitute the v is equal to 0 is equal to u plus, what is the meaning for a? Acceleration, that is a negative acceleration, that is opposite to the motion. So minus 6 into t means that is a 2 second, that is a 2. So minus 6 into 2, that is a minus 12. So in next step we can write 0 is equal to u minus 12. From this we can write what is the meaning for u? The initial velocity u is equal to 12 meter second inverse. So the initial velocity is calculated. The initial velocity of the car is calculated. So next we are going to calculate the distance traveled by the car in a time 2 seconds, that is s is equal to ut plus half at square. So what is the values of the u? That is 12 into t means that is 2. So 12 into 2 plus 1 divided by 2. Acceleration is minus 6. Then t square, that is 2 into 2. Okay students? Right? So from this 12 into 2, that is 24. Minus 1 divided by 2 minus 6 into 2 into 2, that is 24 divided by 2, that is equal to minus 12. So 24 minus 12 is equal to 12 meter. 24 minus 12 is equal to 12 meter. So s is equal to 12 meter. Thus the car will move 12 meter before it stop after the application of brake. After the brake is applied to the car, it will be travel 12 meter before it stop. Thank you students.